guys, Dzień Dobry. Welcome back to Poland Ka Safar. My name is Riju. As you can see, the spring is in full swing. It's getting warmer day by day and jackets are coming off. And finally, I get the chance to wear my summery clothes, throw the jacket somewhere. Yeah, so I'm enjoying the spring mood. As mentioned in the earlier video, in one of the winter videos, that I was traveling a lot in winters. We went to Norway, Iceland, just to keep myself distracted because the days were getting very gloomy. I was not feeling that great. So in order to distract myself, I traveled to Norway and Iceland. We usually travel with Wizz Air. So in this video, we will discuss what to expect when you travel from Wizz Air, its advantages and its disadvantages, basically what I liked and what I didn't like about Wizz Air. Also some bonus tip coming at the end of the video, so stay tuned till the end of the video. Wizz Air is one of the budget airlines in Europe which offer cheap price for the international destination you want to travel to. It's one of the main competitors to Ryanair. This is no way a sponsored video because I travel mostly with Wizz Air. So I'm making this just to educate you guys to what to expect from this traveling with this airline. So let's first get into the positives. The most important factor that we travel with Wizz Air is because of the cheap flight tickets. So whenever you're traveling internationally, you need to have some kind of budget. For me, flight ticket plays a very important role. If we can fly cheaper at a cheap rate, like going to the country and coming back, then you can spend the chunk of money staying there and for the food and everything else. So that became a good encouragement for me to push myself to travel internationally. Still there. For example, we went to Tromsø, which is in Norway. Norway is one of the most expensive countries in Europe to, visit. So we spent around 900 zlotys up and down, including suitcase price and bag price, like whatever luggage we were carrying, which I would say was good enough money to spend on flight ticket. Next, we also went to Iceland in the month of April, and the flight tickets were around 750 zlotys, and that too for 2 people. That was a very good deal, I would say. So sometimes you can get flight tickets for as less as that of 200 zlotys, which we have already booked. So yeah, why do we wait? And mostly it was on a weekend. So yeah. So I just keep checking the flight tickets. If it coincides the day I'm free and my husband is free, especially on a weekend, we book. So I live in Another advantage with Wizz Air is its departure. The flight departures from Warsaw Chopin Airport, which is the main airport here. Most of the flight of Ryanair departure from the Warsaw Modlin Airport, which is even more further, like that's around 40 kilometers away from the main city which we are staying. It'll get a little more difficult to go to that airport 40 kilometers away. You need to book a cab which will take you, need to pre-plan and all that. So it's basically very far if you see. So that is why Wizz Air has an advantage because the flight departures are from the main airport, Warsaw Chopin Airport. So the next advantage is on membership. We have taken Wizz Air Club membership. So if you take the Wizz Air Club membership, you will get further discount on a regular ticket. Also on your luggage, you can get discount. They also have early access to the sales. Supposingly, they have spring sale, summer sale on the tickets. You get early access to that sale. So all these benefits are available only to the member. So we paid around 30 euros for 2 people for the membership. So the next advantage is the choice of destinations. Now, Wizz Air flies to many international destinations. From Warsaw itself, it flies to 24 different countries. So you have many options to choose from. Now moving on to things I didn't like about Wizz Air. So first is the seats of the flight. The seats of the flight are not so cushiony. They are like any other bus seats. And also the leg room is very less. I'm basically a little short, and I myself didn't feel there was more leg room to stretch my leg. I was feeling a little uncomfortable. And my husband, who's 6 feet tall, for him it was even more tough. Basically, everything is in balance. Like you are traveling cheap, you should not you cannot get that comfort of a luxury flight here, but not bad though. Another thing is you have to pay for sitting together. Whenever you're doing online checking with Wizz Air, every seat is paid for. So if you're not paying for the seat, you and your partner will automatically get random seat allotted. So he might sit in one corner, you might be sitting in another corner. If you guys want to sit together, you have to pay for this seat. And paying for us, it was around 70 to 80 zlotys, or sometimes it might also go to 100 zlotys. So that doesn't make sense, to pay so much just to sit with your partner if you want to pay that kind of money to sit with your partner, it's good, but for 2 to 3.5 hours, we felt it was not required, especially when you're traveling in budget. But if you're traveling with your kid, one of the parent gets a seat allotted with the kid. The next disadvantage I found was Wizz Air flights might not land at the main airport of the destination you're traveling to. For example, if you're traveling to Milan, now Wizz Air flight will not go to the main Milan airport. Rather, it flies to the Bergamo airport, which is 50 kilometers away from Milan. So the same thing is with Oslo as well. So plan your trip accordingly. You might not land at the main airport of the city. You might land somewhere outside or outskirts, whichever airport is available there. Wizz Air is known for flight delays. So when we were traveling to Tromsø, we faced a delay of 3 hours. We almost landed in Tromsø, but because of weather, it got delayed for 3 hours. We had to land somewhere else, and we were there in the airport for 3 hours. Even while returning from Tromsø, our flight got half an hour delayed, and we had a train to take from Gdansk to Warsaw, and we could not take our train. We missed our train because of that. So be careful if you have a connecting train or a connecting flight. There might be chances that you might miss. When you're traveling with the Wizz Air, only one hand luggage is allowed per person. And that hand luggage should fit in the Wizz Air compartment. When you're checking at the airport, they will give you a compartment. You have to put your bag inside it, and if it fits, only then they'll allow you to go further. Otherwise, then if it doesn't fit, if your bag is too fat and is not able to fit in, then they will ask you to pay extra. If you take Wizz Priority, you can carry one more extra suitcase, and that suitcase also should fit in that compartment. Only then they will allow you further. It need not be a suitcase. Any bag will also do. But only thing is that it should fit in that compartment. Now, if you're traveling with Wizz Priority, of course, you need to pay for that extra luggage you are carrying. If you didn't book Wizz Priority while booking your tickets, there's always an option to add Wizz Priority later. So this amount keeps differing day by day. Like one day it might go to 120 zlotys, other day it might become less also. Sometimes it becomes 80 zlotys, sometimes it becomes 200 zlotys. So just be aware of this and then book accordingly. So yeah, the bags which we use for traveling, we purchased the bag according to the Wizz Air standard, and it is very similar to that of a Ryanair standard. I mean to say, the bags which you bought fits into the dimension that Wizz Air standard mentioned in their website. It's easily available on Allegro. I'll put in the link in the description box. Okay, here are a few tips which I kind of followed when I traveled with Wizz Air. We were mostly traveling in winters, and winters it's a pain to carry such big clothes, basically jackets, warmers and everything. Everything is so fat to fit in. So what I did, I wore the most heaviest jacket, carried another jacket, pinned up my beanie to it. Whatever pockets I had put my socks and my gloves into it. One beanie I was wearing. So other things were in my bag. Coming to the food items. So food items, I didn't want to eat in the flight because they give you all packed items and croissant with everything is packed basically. I didn't want to eat in the flight. So I carried my own stuff from home. So I carried a separate bag other than the jacket I was carrying in my hand. I took a separate bag where I kept my box where I had dry fruits and had sandwich which I bought from home, and 2-3 sandwiches. So we carried a separate bag for food itself. So at the airport security, they will just check what's there in the box you're carrying. They might open and see. So, they didn't stop us for that. So that's all for this video. I hope you found it useful. Happy and safe travels. I'll see you in the next video. Dziękuję. Do widzenia.